Safer procedure, sit-to-stand mechanical lift. The Serra 3000 has a lifting capacity of 200 kilograms or 440 pounds. When preparing for the transfer, ensure that the lift is in proper working order. Using the handheld control, ensure that the functions to raise and lower are in proper working order. Ensure that the functions to open and close the base are in proper working order. Always check to make sure that the battery is sufficiently charged. This is indicated by a green light. Inspect the harness for signs of wear and tear. Ensure that all attachments are available. The harness will have an anti-skid back support. Ensure that there is adequate space to maneuver the resident within the area. A sit-to-stand mechanical lift transfer can be completed with 2 staff members present at all times. Residents using this particular transfer must meet all of the following criteria. Requires no more than 2 minimal assists to attain sitting from a supine or lying down position. Is able to maintain unsupported sitting at the edge of the bed. Is at least partially weight bearing on one or both legs and is able to maintain standing on the lift's platform. Is able to hold onto the lift with at least one arm. Is cooperative with the transfer. Designate one caregiver as the leader, who communicates to the resident and partner the planned movements in a clear, non-rushed, respectful manner. Inspect the lifting harness for signs of wear and tear prior to use, and ensure it is the proper harness for the lift. Ensure that the bed is placed in a flat position, with a bed height such that the resident can easily rest their feet on the footplate of the lift. Ensure that the bed brakes are on. Move the sit-to-stand lift in front of the resident. The lift must be close enough for the harness to be easily connected up to the lift. Ensure that the resident is wearing non-slip footwear on their feet, and then position or ask the resident to place their feet on the footplate of the lift. Ensure that the lift is pushed forward until the resident's knees and shins are resting against the knee pads. Place the lift brakes on. Apply the leg straps by pressing the buckles together. Straps will pass around the knee supports, then around the resident's lower calves. Fasten the buckles by clicking the strap into its socket, as one would with a seat belt. Place the lifting harness around the back of the resident, just above the waist level. The harness should be one handstand below the resident's armpit, and the bottom of the sling should lie horizontally about 2 to 5 inches above the resident's waistline. Buckle the clips on the harness. They should be snug but comfortable around the resident's trunk. Ensure the support straps are not twisted or trapped behind the resident's back. Bring the straps of the lifting harness under the resident's arms and attach the straps to the lowered arms of the sit-to-stand lift. The resident's arms must remain outside of the lifting harness. Apply the clips to the attachment points and secure them by pulling the clip downward along the narrow channel of the attachment point until secured at the base. You'll hear a click once secured. Instruct the resident to grasp the handles of the sit-to-stand lift. Remember, the resident must be able to grasp with at least one of the available handles on the lift. If the resident is unable to grasp the handle with one hand, the affected arm is to be supported by a caregiver. Caregivers will stand on either side of the resident. The leader asks the resident to stand in a bent knee position while leaning back into the harness, as the remote is used in order to raise the arms of the lift.
Okay, I want you to help stand up and lean back. When you're ready, and go up. You ready? Going up, lean back.
Note the resident should not be in a complete upright standing position. Inspect the harness and attachment points to ensure that all attachment points are secure and tightened as necessary. Release the brakes of the sit-to-stand lift. When moving the sit-to-stand lift, caregivers are on either side. The lift legs can be adjusted if moving through a narrow space and should be closed during the transfer. Remember, always push the lift forward and avoid twisting. When turning, push from the side of the lift and keep elbows close to the body. Approach the seating surface. Open the leg as the resident is positioned over the chair. And when approaching, the resident should feel the seat of the chair behind their legs.
Oh, I can feel it.
Keep the lift brakes off. The caregivers will now stand on either side of the resident and will use the remote control to slowly lower the resident onto the chair.
You ready? I want you to lean forward as we're going down.
Ensure the lift arms do not contact the resident's body when being lowered. Ensure that the resident is lowered to the back of the chair and is now sitting upright. Release the tension on the sling and remove the straps from the hooks. Carefully remove the resident's feet from the platform by releasing the security straps and move the lift out of the way. Next, remove the harness from around the resident's body. Ensure that the resident is comfortable and properly positioned.
I'm very comfortable, but I sure would like the footworks.
Thank the resident for their efforts.
Thank you.